What's up, Brite Nation?
Another sweaty, sweaty day here in
the
Missouri.
East Coast.
Missouri. It's hot and sweaty.
Very humid. It's fine.
Am I already? Yeah, I'm already.
And it's honestly not even that hot.
I think it's hotter than yesterday.
Either way, if you haven't been following along, go back and watch the last video, because not only did you miss a lot of excitement and a lot of wheeling, but you also missed a very interesting debate between East Coast wheelers and West Coast wheelers that I think is educational maybe. Or it'll just rage bait everyone and start a fight. But either way, it's very entertaining. But go back, watch that.
Tell us
now.
Your thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah, tell us your thoughts. If you didn't in the last video, tell us your thoughts now. We're in Missouri. We're at S'more, the Southern Missouri Off-Road Ranch. And we're out here because we are wheeling our way across the country to the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. We decided, instead of just driving all the way here, because that's boring, we're gonna hit up some parks, specifically areas and trails we either A, haven't ever been to, or B, haven't been to in a long, long time, and S'more is one of those. We've been here once.
Yeah.
And it was years ago.
It's super cool. Normally it's rainy, and so it's cooler because you're just wet and full of rain. Now I'm just wet, full of sweat. But the park is pretty awesome. Everything's very contained. And so you just kind of zip around from trail to trail, obstacle to obstacle.
So far, we love it. We wheeled all day yesterday. We're gonna wheel quite a few trails today as well. It's our last day here, and we're gonna try to make it count. Now, if you've been here before, this wild spaghetti bowl,
Huge.
and they're so big. Anyways, this massive spaghetti bowl of trails is S'more. It is actually a pretty wild ranch, and as you can see, we're using Onyx Off-Road to navigate everything. We used it all day yesterday to navigate, and we're using it all day today to navigate as well. And you see those red dots trailing behind us? That's because we're also tracking our route. And what I'll end up doing is I'll actually include the Onyx GPX file for our entire adventure today. So anyone who wants to come out and relive the adventure themselves, easy peasy, go to the description, click on the link, come out here and have a blast. But there are dozens of trails out here, and I love it because they're all so close and so compact that you can literally go out from the cabin or the entrance of the park, come out for a few hours, go back, relax, have some lunch, come back out for a few hours.
Definitely stay at the cabins. It's
Stay at the cabins if you're in the area. The cabins are really nice. Honestly, it's overall been a really fun park. This is only our second time here ever, and we're really enjoying it. Although I say that, and I mean I like it a lot, as far as the park itself goes, as far as the humidity, the bugs, allergies, for those of you that don't know, I'm allergic to everything on the East Coast. I'm allergic to all the trees, I'm allergic to the air, and I'm just nonstop itchy basically the entire time, and I have to be doped up on allergy medication. So that part sucks. But the park itself is fantastic. So far, we definitely love it. All right, so this trail is called Schmitz Creek. It is rated a 6. Yeah, that's why you have to bump it, because you're gonna have to go past that ledge and that ledge. But if you don't remember, this is actually one we've done before, and it was kind of a wild ride. Kevin, I'm genuinely surprised Kevin didn't destroy the stepchild the last time he made it up this wall. Wow! Kevin's saying he really doesn't want to break anything, but he is stronger than he was the last time he did this. That was it. You just gotta oomph it harder at the beginning. There you go. That was it. Oh, yes. Woo-hoo. Good job, babe. There we go. So we're walking it. Passenger. There you go. Okay, he's gonna feel it first. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Super cool to see the difference in the stepchild then versus the stepchild now. Do that. Oh my God. I just had one of those horseflies land on me. I heard metal tink. I just need to make sure it didn't come from Marlin. It did come from Marlin. Luckily, it's nothing insanely important. There you go. Whoa. of fire so I don't get pelted with rocks. Also moving the stepchild out of the line of fire. That's what you set up there.
So I broke the winch line that I use for a suck down. It's an old line. I have a new one because it's broken before, and this is only 50 foot. The RC is only 50 foot because it's more of a race winch, and it's fast, but also powerful for how small it is.
You can tell, like, it's an older,
but
kind of worn
Factor
line.
55 has this fast fib.
Yes, fast fib.
And it helps you just to repair your broken winch line. I think it's gonna hold.
In case of an emergency, maybe. I'm pretty sure it's more than that, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Now, if you haven't been to S'more before, or really if you haven't wheeled on the East Coast, the rating system for trails is completely different than the West Coast. On the West Coast, we rate trails generally on a number scale, usually 1 through 10, and it's pretty consistent. Unless you're Sand Hollow, then it's 1 through 15. But on the East Coast, they don't do that. They generally rate trails based on color. Or if you're in Texas, it's like a diamond rating, kind of like ski slopes. Here in S'more, they rate them, it's a 1 through 6, and they are rated green, blue, brown, orange, purple, red. And that stands for easy, moderate, difficult, hardcore, extreme, and insane. The one Kevin just did was a 6, insane. We're about to jump on a trail called Iron Horse, which is rated a 5. One thing to keep in mind, like Kevin said at the very beginning, normally out here, it's like wet, it's rainy, it's wet, and all of these trails are just like, there's water on everything, on all the rocks. Even without water, there's little to no traction on most of these rocks. With water, yeah, absolutely not. So a lot of the ratings for these trails, I think, are based a little bit more on wet conditions. And right now, this is probably, well, granted, we've only ever been here once, but this is as dry as we've ever seen it. And I imagine going up a lot of these because they're steep inclines and the ledges might not look like much, but I guarantee you if everything was soaking wet and you had water rushing down it, it'd be so much harder.
Jeep absolutely feels fantastic. After changing some of the little geometry and everything, I feel a lot better in
with
here.
The new axle.
Yeah, I would feel better if I was in a bucket seat that held me in, because a lot of times the Jeep goes one way, my whole body goes, and so I'm leaning, I think, sometimes more than the Jeep even is. Whereas when you're stuck in a seat and you're kind of in it, you're like, oh, I'm fine. Like you can feel the proper center of gravity of the Jeep. But this park is supposed to be extremely difficult, and right now it just seems kind of difficult.
It's still difficult, but it's not as bad as it could be.
And you have to know your throttle, you know, and when to hit, when to stop and stuff. But there is no water. I can't imagine if it was just barely misting.
Even when there's no water, there's still water in spots. That tells you how wet it normally is, but right now it's super dry.
I didn't bring a spare, and that was stupid, I guess. With this terrain, I normally run super low tire pressure to get traction, but with super low tire pressure, when you smash up rocks like that, it can pinch the sidewall to the wheel, and that's what it did. The rock literally pinched the tire to the wheel, and it just tore the sidewall. Whereas if I was at like a normal 10 or 12 psi,
it wouldn't have pinched the
fine,
tires.
but I'm running 5 out here just for traction, and so at 5 psi, it literally, I felt basically it hit right in here, and the rock sideways just pinched the whole tire. So we're
this will be interesting.
We're kind of SOL.
I don't know. My brain's trying to work. Well, that's a shorter day of wheeling than we expected. Thank God we just fixed the winch line. We had the fast fib. Luckily, we are on the East Coast. And there's lots of trees to winch to, so not technically what it's for, but we just wrapped the kinetic rope around it, winch line to that. We're just gonna winch the Jeep up, it'll work. Oh yeah, that just like, you can, well, I mean, obviously no air in it now, but that definitely when you hit that, it just pinched. Just pulling, you're pumping up. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, it just pinched. You can see it just blew out the sidewall, unfortunately. That sucks. It is what it is. Happens to the best of them. Obviously, yesterday, if you hadn't watched the last video, watch it again. Yesterday, Luna broke her Jeep. Pretty sure it's the spider gears, also possibly the locker as well, so it might have been a twofer. And Marlon isn't wheeling his Jeep today. You saw earlier, it's giving him all sorts of troubles. It keeps shutting off on him and stuff like that. So the East Coast is definitely not friendly to rigs. And part of that has to do with the entire debate we had in the last video, which is on the East Coast, a lot of it is just mash the throttle and kind of pray. You gotta kind of point and shoot, pick your line, and then you just gotta use throttle. So the plan is at this point to drive it back to camp. It should be able to, I mean, the tire's gone, so we're just gonna drive it. We've got forged wheels. It should be able to make it all the way back to camp like that.
I don't think there's any repairing this. It's literally pushed. It hit at the wrong spot. I can stick my whole hand.
Don't lose it.
Probably shouldn't do that. There's probably metal cords in there.
I'm including that in the video.
Fire monster, ate my...
Lucky for us, we have two major things working in our favor right now. The first off is this is a Nitto K-Spec, which means it has the strongest sidewall of any tire on the market. And B, we're running our Lite Brite Baja built forged wheels. Now what's cool about these things is they also, in addition to being a beadlock, pinching that outer bead, they also have inner knurling on the inside to keep the inner bead from debeading. So we were able to drive this from way back on the back side of the park all the way back here without any issue, without it debeading, without it destroying the outer wall of the tire or anything like that. And we were able to load it up on the trailer because we think we might have figured out a solution. But you can see here, this was the trail that we were on. We were able to drive from here all the way back to camp over here, which is pretty awesome. We are not having a day, and I don't know what kind of bad fucking luck we continue to have with this stupid freaking trailer, but this is the third tire that has delaminated on us. Something has got to be wrong with that back axle, because that is, it's always this tire. Actually, that's not true. Two of the tires had delaminated over here. I think the other one that delaminated was on that side. But either way, it's the third delaminated tire where the tire didn't necessarily blow out. The tread just completely came off. Okay, trailer tire debacle situation taken care of. That aside, that's fixed. We made it to our destination. Remember I said we thought we had a solution? We did, we found a solution, and his name is Paul Wolf.
Dude is awesome.
So if you don't know who Paul Wolf is, he is a
lifesaver.
He's a lifesaver.
He's an angel.
Second off, he is a rowdy and incredibly skilled off-road racer.
He's one of the best Ultra 4 racers, and he does Ultra 4 racing like 4,400. He does side-by-sides, and he like kicks ass at all of it. Like he is like top. Dude is awesome.
He's fantastic, and he was one of the only Nitto drivers on the like eastern side of the United States that we could really think of off the top of our heads. And luckily we were able to get a hold of him, and luckily he was just like, yeah man, I got one. It was only 3.5 hours from us at S'more. So thanks to Paul, the stepchild is not gonna be out of service for the next several days. We just gotta go dismount the ruined tire, mount this K-Spec, and then we'll be good to go for the next trail and the next off-road park. It's just not our day. Same exact tire, not even 2 hours later.
Yeah, It's
and the
literally
tire is on fire.
I mean, it's literally on fire. We checked the air pressure. Air pressure was fine. It's got a new axle because the other axle was wearing the inside of the tires, but like over thousands of miles, it was slowly wearing it.
But the axle's brand new. We already had that replaced. This is not 2 hours later.
Great. And the brakes aren't hanging. Like I can let go of, like I can just let the truck idle and it idles, and I can hold the brake and it stops, and let go of the brake and it goes. So, like
it's not the brakes, it's not the axle.
It's not overloaded. Also, it's like only this one tire. All the rest of the tires are
all the other
hot.
Tires are like not hot. All the other three
normal tire pressure.
They all feel fine. They're fine temperatures. They don't feel hot. This one, every time we come to a stop, this one is just hot. The good news is we have 2 spare trailer tires. The bad news is we only have 2 spare trailer tires, and we've already used one, and we're about to use our second one. And again, that only lasted 2 hours. So without knowing what's wrong with the trailer tire, it's just gonna happen again, and we won't have a spare at that point. So here's the thing, normally, not a big deal.
We were only doing 65.
We were only doing 65. It's also not because we're like going too fast for the trailer tires. I'm trying to preemptively answer all your questions here, because I know you'd be like, oh, you were probably blah, 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 blah. They're not overloaded. It's not the brakes. They're rated for 81 miles per hour. We were going 65, and these are 14 ply G-rated tires. These aren't the tires that came with it, because we were having, those were just blowing out because they were tires, but these are G-rated tires. The brakes aren't sticking. The axle's brand new. The whole thing's not overloaded. We weren't going too fast. Either way, we're in a situation where I think we're about to have to swap a bead lock onto the stepchild on the side of a active busy highway. Because normally the stepchild would be fine and we could just unload it. I'll drive the stepchild, or I'll drive the truck and trailer. And I think that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to swap on the spare to the trailer, and at least unloaded, there's not the added weight of the Jeep, and we can at least hopefully get to a destination where we can figure out what the hell is wrong with the trailer, and I can drive the Jeep. But in order for that to happen, we have to mount a 42-inch bead lock. You can see the tires still smoking. Okay, we have the Jeep back on it, but just so we can get to a highway exit, which is like, I think another 1.5 miles, 2 miles down the road, and we're gonna exit, take the Jeep off, switch out a bead lock, and then unload the Jeep. The irony, I guess it's really not irony, it's, I don't know, our bad luck. The next exit, in a mile or two, there's a big trailer repair place. Unfortunately for us, it's not only is it Saturday, that means tomorrow's Sunday. They're closed on Saturday, and Sunday. It means most trailer places wouldn't be open. Well, it's late on a Saturday anyways. Most trailer places won't be open until Monday. But we genuinely just might drop the trailer and leave it outside of their building.
I literally bought new trailers so I wouldn't have this.
Problem.
A huge 2-car gooseneck and this new trailer.
Single car, like
drive over fenders specifically.
With perfect, like with weight capacity to handle hauling the Jeep, like, etc.
I literally bought it specifically for this.
So we wouldn't have these issues. Yeah. Anyways, we might genuinely, if we can get that bead lock swapped, we might just drop the trailer and leave it and just pick it up on our way back or something. Because we're out of spares, and it's Saturday and nothing's open till Monday. So the trailer place that we did see, not a thing. There was a gate, and there's nowhere to park, nowhere to put the trailer, nowhere to do any of that. But however, we did find a big empty parking lot, and we are breaking down a beaded tire, mounting a new tire. I guess we're just gonna have to haul the trailer unloaded, pray that whatever keeps overheating the tires is not gonna be half as bad when there's no weight on the trailer. Whatever the issue is though, it's still an issue. We did take it apart, and we can't quite figure it out. It doesn't seem like the bearing is an issue. It doesn't look like it was over. I mean, everything seems fine, but then again, we don't know all that much about trailers as we do some other stuff. So who knows? I don't know. They're out there. That's how you know that it was so bad.
That was a good Lord.
We'll do an instant replay right now. So we're using the jack and the trailer to de-bead the inner lip of the tire. And with our powers combined. Our jack, our trailer.
Yeah.
Good job, boob. Look at you. This is the part that's gonna suck.
Okay, we need to spit
No,
on
no,
it.
no, 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 no. It's not going to suck.
Hop to it. Watch your fingers, Marlon.
I mean, no.
That wasn't it. And by all four of us, I literally mean all four of us because we're using my shampoo bottle
And my water bottles. So I drank a little bit, adding shampoo into this
to get
number.
us soapy water.
Well,
Yep.
don't drink it. Don't drink it now. Okay, let me put on the inside.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, let me put it in my hair. And I'm sure we're gonna get a million comments like, oh, I did that when, what did you, how did you go?
I did that when I was 6 years old with my bare hands in the forest.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of comments like that, like, oh, it's so easy, blah, 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 whatever. Keep in mind, this isn't a 35. Like, this is a 42-inch K-spec with a 20-inch wheel.
It's coming out.
This is all heavy. It's all very cumbersome. None of it is easy to like maneuver and lug around. Go, get it. Get some.
Oh, yes.
Keep going.
Okay. All right, boys.
Just watch that mounting surface.
Careful with your face.
There you go. Get it. Everyone watch their hands.
Careful.
Even the wheel. Careful.
No, you have to like work it. You have to like work it. No, you can't get
Let me
it.
twerk.
Oh wait, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
I'm fucking retarded.
You are. You're putting it in the wrong way.
In the wrong way.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. There you
That
go.
was easy.
Good job. Get it, Marlon.
I need a towel or something. I am dripping in sweat.
We got them all tight, and we started actually tightening them and cinching them down, and then we realized, so one of the built-in features of our Baja built rings is they have these little tabs here, and these tabs are specifically designed to be put over your valve stems to help protect your valve stems from rock damage and stuff. And in our attempt to situate it, we shifted it one too many to expose the valve stems, which is it a big deal? Not really. Can we do it later? Yeah, but we're here, so we're just gonna do it now. Absolutely not. Luna's over there throwing up. Do that again. I love you, but do that. That's all sweat. Why? You're working hard, that's why.
So I'm dry now. Showered, dry. I have never seen that much sweat on me in my life.
It was pretty gross.
I thought I was gonna pass out.
I wiped him down with baby wipes
It was
afterwards
pretty
and
bad.
got a new t-shirt for him to wear.
But kind of cool on the side of the road, like swapped out a 4220. Like it's heavy. Anyway.
Today is not going any better though. Not because we haven't had any blowouts. We haven't had any blowouts, but that's because we've had the Jeep unloaded and we're just towing the trailer empty, and we towed it to the nearest town. No one had parts. Keep in mind it's Sunday now, so very few people are open. The ones that are open, none of them had parts, but most of them are also like 24-hour, like more towing and truck repair kind of services.
So I found a place that was an hour and 30 minutes away.
And he was
He's
like, yeah.
Sure. And
If you can get the parts and bring them. So we did. We went by O'Reilly's. We picked up all the bearings and everything that we need because we think/hope that was the issue.
Well, it's not the brake because the brake drum is not hot at all. It's just the spindle. It's just the hub. Like just the hub is on fire.
And it's either the bearing or it's a bent spindle.
Yeah. So it's possible that the Jeep. I think the Jeep is just too heavy for that trailer. It's a 10K rated trailer. But with the weight of the trailer plus the weight of the Jeep, we're probably at 10K. Not a problem until you're doing 80 and you slam a pothole in Denver or on 70 or something. And
possibly that's the issue. We're going to try to just get the bearing replaced in the hopes that maybe, by small chance, that was the problem.
No.
So we pick up everything and we show up at this place.
I call and it's closed. I call him like, hey. He goes, oh, that place is closed. It's only open. You got to go to another place.
You got to go to our other place.
I'm like, you didn't tell me that. Which
That's
is
another
half an hour.
30 minutes down the road.
So now we're 2 hours out of the way. I show up and the guy tells me, he goes, oh, my guy's there. Just tell him.
My guy there, he'll take care of it.
Yeah, just tell him to go ahead and fix it. So I show up and the guy's under an 18-wheeler doing a drive shaft. And I'm like, hey, I called a few hours ago. We just drove 2 hours to get here to have this bearing replaced. He goes, well, you didn't talk to me. I said, no, I talked to your boss who said to come talk to you. He just went, ugh. And then he just went back to working on the 18-wheeler. So I stood there for like 5 minutes. And I was like, hey, I just drove 2 hours out of my way to come.
Only
have this
because
done
we were
because
told
yeah.
that they would do it. Like they
He's
said,
like, well,
yeah.
if you made it 2 hours, there's nothing wrong with your trailer.
What makes you think something's wrong
What
with
makes you
it?
think there's something wrong with it? And I was like, oh my god. I was
Because tires don't spontaneously combust after only 2 hours of use. Like, because something is causing the tires to blow.
Yeah, I was like, well, I unloaded the trailer and we're driving the vehicle that should be trailered, and that hub is still
getting hot,
way
even
too
unloaded.
hot. But it's not getting
Hot enough
so
to blow
hot.
the tire.
Yes.
But it's still getting hot enough to tell us something's
it's
wrong.
getting hot enough to possibly seize the bearing to the spindle, which would be bad, but I pumped it full of grease, so I think. Anyway, so
Point
we did
is,
2 hours. The guy's just huffing and puffing at me. Nobody's
Poor
doing anything.
boys repair and towing, or whatever the hell their car called. Where are we? And we're in Prairie something.
In Indiana?
I'm gonna look. Hold on. Okay, we're at the one now that's in Prairie City. They also have one in Terre Haute. We're in what state are we in?
We're in Indiana.
Indiana. Those guys don't take any of your shit to them.
I don't
Not
know
only does
anybody
their
who
customer
would, but-
service sucks, but like
I get it's a Sunday, but I still call and say, hey, I know it's Sunday.
we
so
checked
you're open
ahead of
24
time.
hours.
We even we'll pick up the parts, and they're like, ugh. And you know what? That's fine. If you don't want to make money and you don't want to work, or you're too busy or whatever,
tell me no, get
just
lost.
tell me no.
Yeah.
We'll find somewhere else. But don't tell us yes. Make us drive 2.5 hours, and then be like, ugh. Like, you told us. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
So now we're leaving. We're just gonna. Brittany's gonna just continue driving the Jeep. The Jeep. This is why we have a Jeep that can drive, not
On
throwing,
the road.
not throwing shade at anybody else, but like people who have Jeeps with crazy 42s or 43s or 44s.
Or also if these are K-specs that can be driven on the highway comfortably and still last an extremely long time compared to most stickies.
Most stickies, you're not
So,
gonna drive 4 hours in the heat.
So we
with
have
90-something degrees
we have no
outside.
problem driving the stepchild on road, and that's just what we're gonna have to do. And honestly, Kevin and I are both at this point. I think we're just over this trailer. We're over the problems. We're over the guessing. I think we're gonna find a trailer place.
It's a 10,000 pound trailer. I'm gonna go get like a 21,000 pound.
I think we're just gonna trade it in
Yeah.
and get a new trailer.
When we went to go get the shocks tuned at ADS, we blew 3 tires. Then the trailer place replaced the axle because they said they think the axle's bent because
So it's brand new axle.
the Jeep might be at like the weight limit of it, but it's not. The Jeep's 6,000 pounds.
But then on top of that, we also were like, okay, well maybe it's just because it came with crappy factory tires. So we got 14 ply G-rated tires, and now those are blowing. And we're done. I'm over it.
Yeah.
We're
So
gonna
if
maybe
we go
just
from
get a
10
new trailer.
So I'm either going to 14,000, which should be plenty enough.
Should be.
But we might just go to 21,000. So there's just.
We're gonna drive to a trailer place now. That's just how it's going. It's fine. Oh, side note. Also, if you're wondering about Luna and Marlon, we split up now. After last night, we split up this morning. They went to high lift because remember Luna's Jeep's broken. Well, they finally got it torn apart.
Everything was broken.
Everything. Her pinion left the chat. Spider gears, done. Other gears, all stress cracked. Locker also. This is the whole back end
You
is
can't really
done.
run a Dana 60 with a Hemi and 42s.
I mean, you can, but
42 stickies.
eventually it's gonna fail.
This is like the second or third time the whole thing's failed.
Correct.
Like how many times?
So, yeah. Anyways, so Luna's Jeep is toast. She's getting that fixed though currently at High Lift Off Road and just outside in Ohio. Eventually we'll meet back up at some point.
We're gonna go. It's Sunday, so we're gonna go 3.5 hours from here. I found a trailer place that showed that it has like 200 trailers. So
on the way to Pigeon
we're gonna
Forge.
hope that out of those 200 trailers, they have a trailer that
One
makes
that
sense.
makes sense.
Yeah, they had a 14,000 and a 21,000.
Because we're gonna have to
Those
stay there
vehicle.
stay in the town overnight and then show up in the morning when they're actually open.
This
So
became a really expensive Smoky Mountain.
this is
trip.
a really expensive Great Smoky Mountain trip. It's fine. It's Monday morning and nothing continues to go the way we planned it to go. So we had opted to just buy a trailer. We found a trailer, showed up to that trailer. Well, it was Sunday yesterday, but showed up to the town last night and then went to the trailer place and kind of just walked the lot. Trailer didn't exist. And so then we found another place in Knoxville. Today's Monday morning, called them. They don't take trade-ins. And so that was problem number one. So then we're just screwed. So it is Monday morning officially, and things just did not, they finally went right, but not before they went horribly wrong again. So we're in Lebanon, Kentucky, because we found a trailer online that we're like, oh, this might work. We got here late last night on Sunday, and we kind of walked around the lot. It's J&T Trailers in Lebanon, Kentucky. And we walked around the lot. Unfortunately, although there were several trailers that were strong enough. None of them were wide enough to fit the Jeep on there. So we need like a 102 width trailer. And unfortunately, they didn't have any. So we stayed the night here. We found another one in Knoxville. And then this morning, on our way out, called the place in Knoxville, the trailer we needed and everything. They have it, great, fantastic. We don't take trade-ins. We have no way to get 2 trailers back home. So we're like, literally as we're parked passing the J&T trailer again, we pull back in. We're like, well, maybe we can sell the trailer to them or something. We stop, we explain the whole situation. These dudes here are so awesome. They immediately turn around and we're like, well, we have axles. And sure enough, they had 2 7,000-pound axles, which not only will solve our issue, but will save us $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. So we have new axles. If you need a trailer or trailer axles or whatever the case may be, J&T Trailers in Lebanon, Kentucky, these dudes are fantastic. They're the first good thing that has happened to us so far in the last like 72 hours. Now we have to just go get them installed. Their mechanic's not here today. That's the only unfortunate part, or else they said they would absolutely knock it out for us. But we did find a way or place between here and Pigeon Forge that will install the axles.
I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, I think, as long as the Jeep will make it another 3.5 hours.
There's no reason the Jeep won't make it another 3.5 hours. We're gonna go get this fixed. We're gonna get this solved. Now things are starting to maybe...
Let's get the trailer to the...
We're so close, the light's there. Didn't even mention, completely forgot to mention, part of what made them so freaking awesome is, so they pull out one of the 7,000-pound axles, we get it on our trailer, go back and realize that the axle behind it is not a 7,000-pound axle. There's only one. These dudes didn't even hesitate to go to one of their like trailers they have in the back and pull one off of their new trailers for us to have. And I don't mean have, like we bought them, obviously, but like immediately went uninstalled one so that we were taken care of, so we weren't just in this nonstop constant loop that they gave us a light at the end of the tunnel. Right? Anyways, we owe those guys one. That was incredible. It was absolutely insanely nice of them. Incredible customer service. I wish there was a better way we could have repaid them. I mean, honestly, we would have bought a trailer for them, but unfortunately, they out here, they just didn't have the trailer that we needed for our purpose. But they do have a lot of stuff. Any subscriber in the area who wants to show some love, if you need a trailer or anything like that, J&T Trailers, specifically the dudes in Lebanon, Kentucky, but I think there's a ton of J&T Trailers like in the country, or at least in this area. Anyways, we're so close, y'all. We're so freaking close. This is gonna be the weirdest come along with me for the worst luck ever kind of a video I think we've ever posted in the history of Lite, Brite Nation. We found like an auto farm and diesel mechanic between Lebanon, Kentucky and Pigeon Forge, thinking like, hey, well, you know what? Drop it off. He was like, yeah, I can probably knock it out in a few hours. Super reasonably priced. We'll take care of it now, and then we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week. We can enjoy the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion and Pigeon Forge and just have a good time and not have this nightmare hanging over our heads. So we dropped the trailer off. He's like, yeah, no problem. I'm gonna take care of it. You guys go have lunch, drink some margaritas. We did that. Came back. We measured the axles, like the width of the axles. We were triple checking to make sure that these 7,000-pound axles we bought worked. They were fine. What we didn't measure were the springs from like bolt hole to bolt hole. You have the axle and then you have the springs. And guess what doesn't fit? We got back just in time for them to have the forklift under the trailer lifted like 6 feet in the air, and them just all going, because it's not a problem any of us anticipated. We 1000%, we did. So Kevin is out there right now, literally with a cooler, some ice cold waters that we bought, a bunch of beers, and he grabbed all of the foam mats we have, the blankets we have, everything to like, because these dudes, it doesn't fit in their shop. It doesn't fit in their shop, so they're doing it outside. And like right now here where there's like a breeze, it's moderately okay, not really, but kind of. Out there it's 1,000 degrees and it's so humid, and there's 3 dudes working on it, and now Kevin's helping. They call up Beers and Waters. They have to uninstall the axles. What we're doing is we're swapping the springs from the 5,200 Dexter axles that were on it onto the 7,000 pound axles, because the springs aren't that big of a deal. The axle and the strength of the axle's significantly more important, and the easiest solution is just swapping the springs between them. But it involves, they had it all installed. It all has to come uninstalled now. And the other option is to just cut and re-weld the mounts underneath, which maybe eventually we'll do that, to use the springs that came with the 7,000 pound axles. But at the moment, like, it just we're working on it. The light's faded. We're trying to bring it back. I don't know if that's a promising sound or not. W&A Auto Farm Diesel Repair.
Oh, these guys are so nice.
Mount Vernon, Kentucky. A couple of good old boys, super kind, absolute Southern hospitality you're used to or you would expect. Incredible guys, work their asses off.
Did you say what happened?
Kevin,
what was wrong?
I did, yeah, with the springs and stuff. Yeah, I explained it. And so just so you know though, we ended up fitting the 7K springs on there.
I'll put in a picture of what's wrong. Basically, the springs are too...
The springs are a little too long. We'll insert photo here. Now for just hauling and towing, this is completely fine. The situation is fine, mostly.
Fine enough.
It's better than we had. Realistically though, we need to move the brackets. In a situation where like the trailer, like one tire went into like a ditch or an offset or whatever, that spring, the shackle could flip, which wouldn't be good at all. So it's not ideal, but it's good enough for now.
You have to go over a curve
for the situation we had
through ditches. You literally flip the shackle by driving back, like over another big curve, and kind of. It normally will do it on its own. This was such a bear and a pain that if I have to go across a ditch for whatever, I mean I shouldn't, but if I did and it flips, I'm not flipping. That's not flipping back. Like
it's gonna be a whole debacle.
But we literally had a 5 foot, maybe 6 foot pry bar, and the guys are a little bit more.
A couple of the guys are a little older that we're helping work on it, which is fine.
They're what's it called when you?
More experienced. Don't say fermented. If you're watching this, I apologize for that word he just used.
They were more relic.
They're more experienced. They're more experienced than you are.
So, yeah, you know. It just,
but anyway, so Kevin hopped in there, added a little extra strength with it's a huge pry bar. Anyway, we made it work. It's not the perfect situation.
It's not ideal.
But it will work for now. We can get the mounts cut and re-welded to the proper position later. For now, with the Jeep on it and all that weight on it, as long as we're on a normal highway and we're not like doing something crazy with the trailer.
It's not an off-road trailer right now.
It's not an off-road trailer right now. It should be fine. It'll be fine. It's fine for now. Let's just get it.
Say fine one more time.
Say fine. It's not going nowhere. Those are the magic words. That's as rough as this.
It's been days.
It's been days. After all that, we finally made it. We got back up with Luna and Marlon. We're in Pigeon Forge. The Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion is about to start. Everyone is mostly in one piece. Luna's Jeep. Luna's Jeep is fixed. The
Thanks to High Lift Off-Road.
Thank you to High Lift
Marlon
Off-Road.
almost drove off a mountain.
We almost died.
Oh.
That'll be in our video.
Go watch their videos because they also almost died.
Legitimately fell off a mountain.
The stepchild is fixed. Our trailer is fixed. So far, so good. It made it all the way here just fine, no problems.
We're ready to send it on the way back. Let's do it again. Let's break again on the way back. Why not?
As always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember to find all your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals.
Down here, guys. Down here.
At LiteBriteStudios.com. Guys, as always, we love you. And we'll see you next time. Bye. We're all alive.